Jake, thank you. Taking a look now at some of our top stories for you on this Tuesday, 6:31. Two people hospitalized this morning after a crash northeast of Wichita. It happened just before 10 on K254 near 143rd Street. Troopers say the driver of an eastbound minivan lost control when she tried to brake before an exit. The 21-year-old driver had a young passenger. They were both taken to an area hospital.
Wichita City leaders set to receive an update on Wichita's drought response plan this morning. It comes after the city's main water source, Cheney Reservoir, recently reached its lowest point in more than a decade. So far, city leaders have not restricted outdoor watering, but want you to help conserve water when possible.
The reason that it's different than fentanyl is that it's about 100 times more potent.
Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office says 4 people died from overdoses just this year linked to carfentanil. Now, it's used as a tranquilizer for large animals and frequently pressed into illegal pills that can be more potent than fentanyl or morphine. Deputies now looking into how the drug makes its way to Kansas.